Welcome to the Big E Outdoor Radio Show with your hosts, Big E and Brandon of Big E TV. Found nationally on your favorite outdoor television channels. Big E Outdoor Radio challenges all the hot topics in the outdoors, from racing to hunting and even grilling in the backyard. Our mission is to educate on the facts of the impact of the outdoors on all our lives and encourage good stewardship and good fellowship among our ranks. Follow Big E Outdoors on Facebook at Big E Outdoors and Big E Outdoor Radio. Send us feedback and get in on conversations with us. Fasten your seatbelts, because this ain't your daddy's morning show. We'll be right back with Big E and Brandon in the morning on Big E Outdoor Radio.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Big E Outdoor Radio with Big E. And Brandon should be rolling on in here any time now. He's right on time as usual here this morning there, Tim.
Huh? What?
It's early for him. It's early. And he even went to bed early. I was out with a couple buddies of mine listening to a band, talking business. And I asked Brandon if he wanted to come down and grab a drink, and he said, no, I got to get up for the radio show. So he went to bed early, and the old man is here on time. How do you like that? What does that say about today's generation?
Hey, I didn't want to get up either.
Just to catch you up, now Brandon is here. He like I said, it's very timely. He rolls in here. He counts on that first commercial to allow him to get in here in the morning. But
well, I would have been on time, but I had to get my energy drinks, and
I got him already.
You know.
I got him. Good morning there, Grizzly Brandon, Grizzly E. You have a nice long beard. Somebody asked me, one of the guys I was with. I actually was with Ron Bork, the finance manager for Stark Automotive, who is one of our sponsors, and Jeff Zahn. And Ron said to me, he said, man, you got a beard. I didn't see you with a beard. What happened? And I said, I lost custody of my razor. So
That's a good one.
Yeah, I didn't get the razor in the split, so I guess I'm going to grow a beard now.
There are discount clubs available for...
I know there's the Dollar Shave Club and all that, but it costs $1. We were talking, Brandon, in here when we started, or before the show, about this big manure spill in Grant County. It affects the outdoors. This is why we're talking about it. And evidently, crap does run downhill, because what happened is they had this stuff. It was a 2-mile-long spill. It stretched from one of them big manure holding tanks from a farm, and ran into a creek.
Did it spill or just?
So
did
now
it just start
they
to
renamed
melt?
the creek maybe
Yeah.
you know that creek. So you don't want to be caught up there without a paddle. But anyhow, the livestock operation spilled 4.8 million gallons of liquid manure
In Grant County.
And this happened like last fall or something. Anyway, what happened? People were getting sick because this manure was getting into their drinking water.
Huh.
Wouldn't you think you'd taste that when you... They said, we're getting stomach cramps. Evidently, there was manure in our water. Let me tell you something. If there was manure in my water, I wouldn't need a stomach cramp to let me know.
Oh, man.
Hey, the water's kind of cloudy today, huh? Yeah, saw that little stuff floating in there.
Is that corn?
It looks like...
Oh, wow.
looks like corn. There's corn in my drinking water.
Okay, anyways. Moving on.
That only would be if your drinking water was surface water.
Oh, that would be the surface water, right. But it was leaking into people's wells. It leaked into the creek, and
How did you come across that story? It's
Tim? That's first thing on his mind in the morning.
oh,
So, but the thing is, when you let's talk about the concerns. I'm a farm advocate, so I get a little annoyed when these farmers get fines and get picked on for going out on the road, and so they drop a little manure on a country road. Guess what? If you're driving on a country road, that's what you're going to run into.
yeah. I mean, they don't find the Amish for their horses crapping on the road all the time.
And that they should. But if a guy's pulling out of his farmyard and he's going down the road to wherever, and hey, he's been doing that for years. It's a family tradition, family business. They got to get rid of the manure somehow. But when you think about the fact that this guy's operation obviously was storing quite a bit of waste in a place for what, I don't know. Probably they probably sell it to these people that spread it on their fields for fertilizer and what have you.
Brandon.
Yeah.
So
Look at that! Oh, look at a chocolate stream.
that's it. So that's what it looked like. It was actually Crab Creek right there, running down off their property.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You imagine driving down the road and you see that running next to it.
Oh, that would be a bad deal. Bad deal. And then, but the thing is that when that amount of it, see, that's the thing, is they had to store it. If they were able to just take it out, spread it, and all that's good. But everything's got to be mandated now. Now all that stuff got into the creek, which is going to raise protein levels and E. coli levels and everything else. It's really going to screw up the fishing and the natural environment. In fact, it could permanently damage the ecosystem in the river and the creek there. So they very well might as well just change the name. So it says, let's see, what does it say here?
No fish kills were reported.
Most spills are cleaned up without any measurable harm to people or animals, but at least some have caused fish kills, polluted wetlands, and contaminated drinking water. They're talking about spills in general there. That liquefied manure is one of the biggest hazards for Wisconsin's drinking water. This is another reason to drink beer when you really think about it.
It is, yeah.
Don't even mess with the water.
If it's one thing I need more excuses for, is reasons to drink more beer.
Yeah.
Like today today's
today,
race day. So
today is
to
the
drink
national
30 pack.
day for those of us hyphenated Americans, NASCAR Americans.
Yeah.
So we can sit down and
The term redneck is offensive. We prefer NASCAR Americans.
Yeah, we're changing now. We're now NASCAR Americans, and we're gonna have a big day today. It's funny because NASCAR does things different than football. We have our Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. This is it. This is our big one.
See, most people just watch the race that's on today. Then I've been
You've
watching.
been watching them all.
I've been watching the events at Daytona for like a week and a half.
I
now.
saw that finish last night, and that was kind of. He was intentionally trying to cause a wreck.
Oh,
But what I don't understand is, was Logano dumb enough to think that if he had knocked Chase Elliott out and got him to spin out, that he wouldn't have been collected in that?
yeah, that's the thing. He wouldn't have won it either. So
I'm thinking that he thought that maybe he would have skidded far enough ahead by the time the yellow came out that he would have been frozen into the wind. But as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, there's no way. If he'd have spun out, he'd have taken you with him.
yeah,
But Logano hasn't been one for using a lot of common sense anyway. He's really not. When you see him talk, he's definitely a kid that his mom and dad got him into racing because he didn't have any other choices in life. As far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion. So, let's see. What they're saying here is that this farm that spilled all this manure, they were fined $464. Huh. Pretty cheap.
For how much?
Between 600,000 and 1,000,000 gallons just in that one. They said they've leaked over 4.8 million gallons over time, but between 500,000 and 1,000,000 gallons of manure flowed unchecked from the storage tank. This is in Marathon County. This one's in Marathon County. This is a different one, yeah. And that was a 120 cow farm near Spencer, and they were fined $464 only for that. And the manure ran into a wetland, and eventually the Little Uplain River, whatever.
Oplane.
It just depends on how you read how it's spelled, you know. Whoever come up with Eau Claire and Uplain, and get rid of that EAU thing.
You're looking at me like
I'm looking at you.
I don't write the words.
They said
I
that
don't
one
make
didn't have
this
any
stuff.
harm to people or animals.
Yeah.
There's another one, 50,000 gallons in Calumet. That was in 2014. And, the DNR determined that 45 fish died from that one. 45. Something that they have their fish numbered that well. That
How did they determine?
40. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So that means, like in DNR numbers, that was probably like 5 fish. If they count fish like deer.
Oh, good Lord.
We hack on the DNR quite a bit here on this show, but they kind of deserve it. So this manure thing is getting to be a big deal. These mega farms. That's why all these people are protesting these mega farms and that, because they get this liquefied manure because they use the water to wash out the bins and they store it all, and then they have to go out and they have to spread this stuff. So, yeah. As you go down this article, you see there's just been tons of them. There's Door County.
Well,
they're everywhere. So, that's enough of this crap.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, if your fish have a funny taste, fish might not taste like fish anymore.
I think that's as far as we should take that.
It might.
I know you. So I'm
This
just gonna-
fish has kind of a funny taste. But yeah, that's good. We just caught that in the river.
So you're saying that your tuna tastes different?
Hey, every taste had to start somewhere. I see you smiling over there. I can only go so far on the air here. We have to leave some of it to the imagination in the morning. I woke up this morning to a Facebook message from our buddy Wayne over in South Africa, and he wanted to know, 'cause he's coming here at the end of March, he wanted to know what can be hunted in Wisconsin this time of year, or around here, where we're going to be.
Well, that depends. Are we gonna abide by the law?
Definitely, that's what we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I told him that he asked if whitetail still had horns. And so I said, well, even if they did, you can't hunt them.
Yeah.
But
Yes, you can.
really?
Yes, you just have to wait till they cross the road.
Oh, and hit them with the car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is a form of hunting for some people.
The only question is, do you have the spare parts?
I don't need them. Did you see the bumper on the front of that Suburban I got? Trust me.
Although I don't know that I'd take that up against a moose.
Well, we don't have any moose around here. Although,
the moose, you might be able to drive under the moose even with that Suburban.
yeah. And I did see a couple Bigfoots last night.
Was it Bigfoots or Big Feet?
They were Sasquatches.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you see one like just over 6 months ago, Patrick?
Yeah. Only now I seen two of them together.
Huh.
they were out where I was out last night. And I'm not even the one that brought up the fact that he thought they were Sasquatches. They looked like Sasquatches.
Really?
Yep.
You know, when we were walking into Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner last night.
You saw one?
No, some guy called me a Sasquatch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did he? Was he?
I
Did he laugh or did you punch him out?
No, I don't think he thought that I could hear him. 4 or 5 cars over.
Yeah.
He's talking to his wife or girlfriend or whatever. He's like, "Look at that Sasquatch right over there." I looked at Megan. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me! That guy called me a Sasquatch."
And she laughed.
Maybe he knew. Maybe he was referring to your wife, and because he knew her mom, and he knew that was an offspring. It could have been. He could have said, "Look
man.
Look at that little Sasquatch." That could have been. I mean,
You're in trouble now, man. Yeah, you did that to yourself.
You just are assuming he was talking about you.
Brandon, should I hit the button?
Oh, yeah. Hit what button?
This one right here.
What is it? Cut me off?
I'm not sure what that is.
That one.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, good deal. Count us down. That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Before you dig yourself a deeper hole. Because now you're...
Uh-oh, I think I just got a text message. Anyway.
It's good. She's coming for you. Oh. She might be short, but she's mean.
Oh, it said, "I'm listening." Whoops.
Yeah.
Why in the world does she get up so doggone early anyway? I don't understand that.
She has to make sure Brandon gets out the door.
Yeah, that's why he didn't get out the door on time.
Yeah, I think we're going to go to a break.
We'll take a break on that. Be right back with some more Biggie Outdoor Radio.
Grilling season never ends at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Wausau. Meats are seasoned in slow-smoked and hickory wood-burning pits on site daily. Buy it as a meal or buy it by the pound. Takeout's available. Drive-through, dine-in, or even get Dickey's to cater your next big event. Dickey's Barbecue Pit, located at 2111 Stewart Avenue across from Furniture and Appliance Mart. You can smell the hickory smoke goodness already. Hey, it's deer season and some of us don't have the best hunting shack. But if you go see our friend Denny at the Shed Shop in Anawa and Shawano, you can find the perfect little cabin, shed, or even a deer blind. Denny at the Shed Shop has the best little buildings in the Northwoods, all made with the quality of the Mennonites. So check out the Shed Shop today. Give Denny a call at 715-584-3054. The Shed Shop.
When you're cruising down the road and fortune goes astray, call BRB Auto Body night or day.
BRB Auto Body knows that protecting your vehicle's value is important. That's why they only offer Line-X spray-on bed liners for trucks. Line-X, the industry leader in bed liners backed by a lifetime warranty, offers unmatched protection against gouges, rips, and tears. No lost cargo space and a rattle-free, quiet ride. And BRB Auto Body knows that life without your vehicle can be, at best, very difficult. That's why they offer Premier Rent-A-Car for your convenience. Premier Rent-A-Car offers competitive rates for all your rental car needs. No replacement vehicle coverage. When BRB repairs your car, they'll supply you with a complimentary vehicle at no cost. Call BRB Auto Body today at 359-9792 or check them out at brbautobodyyinc.com.
Expect a quality job from BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto Body. BRB Auto Body.
County Highway XX in Rothschild.
Hey, it's Mike with Auto Trim and Sign here in Wausau. You already know we do the fun stuff on vehicles. We can also help your business, whether it's simple lettering, company decals, or even a vehicle wrap. Auto Trim and Sign can design and install graphics perfect for your business. Your car, truck, trailer, big rig, or your company's entire fleet will be in good hands. Check out our website, autotrimofwausau.com, or call us at 715-842-9114.
over there jamming out. I like it. Hey, welcome back. We're back to some more Big E Outdoor Radio. And, kind of jam to that stuff when you can. Hey, Brandon, you know how the deer registration was kind of, with the electronic deal, so, and still thought to be 90% BS?
Yeah.
They're saying that the sturgeon spearing method, when they register those online, they're saying that was a lot better. That said they had volumes of collected data because the sturgeon spearing season closed February 13th, evidently. Right before. Do you know anybody that got any sturgeon?
I know somebody who went sturgeon spearing.
Did they have a license?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think...
Was it Bear Hunter Joe?
No.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe Bear
No,
Hunter.
it's somebody we used to live near. But the last picture I seen on Facebook was of 2 small minnows up in the hole underneath his shack. Not quite what he was looking for.
Yeah, that's not really a sturgeon.
No.
Or were they baby sturgeon? Could have been. So what? Oh, they're even talking about doing it with turkey now. Oh, that's just terrific.
What, spearing a turkey?
You're right. Now that would be a challenge.
It's doable. Yeah.
They're passing so many bills and so many laws and voting on so much garbage in the DNR thing. It's like, just think of the taxpayer dollars being wasted on all their silly decision-making garbage that they do. How much money did they waste transferring this over to electronic registration and taking the business away from the local, the bars and stuff like that? They just
Bars and gas
they have
stations.
nobody that checks and balances them. Like, they spend our money, but they don't have to ask. It's ridiculous. And then they come up with these laws that we have to follow, and it's like, I don't remember voting on that.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that... Don't they have a conservation congress or something that's supposed to...
They do, but who knows how effective that is.
Just ask
Somebody, there's a natural resources board or something garbage like that. A guy that I used to work for became the president of it just recently. It was just in the outdoor news.
Okay.
The free one they were giving away at the show. It was Terry Hilgenberg out of Shawano. His family owns a big Coldwell Banker outfit over there, and he's now on the natural resources board. The thing is that everything I remember about him is he never left the office, so I don't understand how he knows anything about the natural resources because he's a realtor. And he doesn't do anything else. Then the real estate and banking and things, and now all of a sudden he's in charge. He's the president of something to do with the DNR. So who knows? He might know more than I thought. Maybe he just didn't let anybody know.
No, just to give the gentleman the benefit of the doubt, he is a realtor.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows about that piece of property that he doesn't want it to divulge to anyone.
The one thing I do know is he was an intelligent person. He's very well spoken, very smart. So I thought it was kind of cool when I saw him on there. Like I said, I just didn't know that he was into the outdoors that much.
If he's that intelligent, he'll be able to take the book smarts versus input, either personal or from people who are in the outdoors, combine them together to come up with a workable and practical solutions to the questions and issues that are brought before the board.
Can you believe the stuff that comes out of his mouth in the morning? He just rolls and sounds...
Them are some big words, man. Dumb it down a little for me, please.
Yeah, my golly, you are like... People don't... When they hear you talk, they can't see what I see.
He's like us. We all have a face for the radio.
Just because all you can think about is the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah. How'd you know what I was thinking about over here? What do you see in the outdoor news there, Brandon? I see you're looking at something.
Well, I was reading an article on in Newfoundland in Canada.
Newfoundland, it's called there.
Newfoundland.
Ding dong.
Well, whatever. It's
Newfoundland.
early, okay?
Oh,
And they think
This
we think
Newfoundland.
They think we talk with an accent.
hey,
This Newfoundland. Yeah, anyways.
I am in Newfoundland, eh? Okay, let's go.
It's this park in Canada. It's the Mourne National Park. Do you hear that noise?
I hear the
okay,
noise.
all
Now I tell you what, if the noise is loud enough that I hear it, it's loud.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, in this Mourne National Park in Newfoundland, they're offering free flights for moose hunters to get them back into the areas where they're hunting, because apparently
What about the flight back is what's expensive?
no,
Oh.
they come back and get them too, and apparently it's drawing controversy. I guess the reason it made the headlines is because it's drawing controversy for how much money they've spent. So far, they've spent $130,000 flying hunters in and out.
Huh.
But the moose in this area, the reason they're doing it is the moose in this area,
Need to be hunted.
believe it or not, are not native to the area. They were introduced in 1878 by humans and then again in 1904. And they're worried about, because there's so many moose back there, they're worried about the deforestation by the moose.
Let me tell you something. If something was there since the 1800s,
Yeah.
it's native now.
Yeah, no, but that's the article. It's a pretty short article, actually. I can fit the whole thing on my screen, which is
yeah, but you're
What I'd like to
walking
know
around,
is-
you have a full tablet in your hands.
a full tablet. It's
Back in
It's a
1904,
phone.
we barely had vehicles big enough to transport. And you're trying to say that somebody was moving these moose around and transporting them?
huh.
I don't believe
Good
it.
point. Good point.
I don't.
They
no.
could have.
What, had a pet moose? It followed them? There you go.
Yeah, that works.
That's my new pet.
Yeah.
I'm going to get me a pet moose.
Yeah. Yeah, it says they're harvesting, because they're harvesting in remote areas, their hunters get dropped off by helicopter, and they hunt on foot, and then once they have an animal down, they call the helicopter back, and they swing it out into the closest area that's accessible by vehicle.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be expensive, helicopters.
Yep. Since 2011, up to 3,000 moose have been harvested by hunters in that area, and it accounted for almost a 30% drop in the overall moose population. And it's enough to see some forest regeneration.
That
Well-
would mean 10,000. There was a herd of 10,000 animals
That's a lot of moose.
Yeah.
for the size of
Or do they
Newfoundland.
call them meese?
But, okay, get this now.
There's more than one. Is it mooses or is it meese?
This is since 2011, so they've had only 3 or 4 hunting seasons for this.
And they
since-
pulled out 3,000.
Since they started doing it, and they've already dropped it 30%.
I could
They
fix.
they need to be careful how much they're hunting the moose back.
Yeah, they're hunting them hard. But I could tell you right now, I could help them with their money problem.
How so?
Just like I said in the beginning, you give them free flights back in there, but you got to pay for the flight out.
That's not a bad idea.
Sink. They call up and say, "Hey, I got a moose." Be like, "Yeah, this one's going to cost you $1,000."
I don't think they are going to get the same amount of participation.
There it is. Them big words finally bit them.
Yep, he tried to use it. Got it. Why not? You want to get back in there? You'd be like, "Hey, this could cost me nothing if I don't get a moose." Then once you shoot it, it's like, "Oh man."
Yeah. Yeah, it's a free ride for you, but if you get a moose, you're going to have to pay up.
The wife, she's got to go back to work and cutting lumber. My wife is a lumberjack. Eh? Isn't that what they do in Canada? Eh? What's your wife do? Oh, she's a lumberjack, eh?
And she don't care.
Yeah.
What do you do? I ride my four-wheeler around.
Yeah, my wife's a lumberjack and she cuts hair. She cuts everything. I was not referring in any way, shape, or form to anyone that we know in that particular comment.
That's right. Next time you go in there to get your beard trimmed, she's going to cut your throat. And then what?
Uh-oh.
No, I'd be more concerned if, if he went to the dermatologist.
To get my beard trimmed?
No, if you just in general went to the dermatologist, because the dermatologist may prescribe something to get rid of that wart on your shoulders.
The word on my shoulders. Turn his mic off.
I'm in front of the buttons.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Man.
So, can out-of-staters or non-residents or out-of-the-countryers or whatever they call us get tags for these moose?
It's such a short article. It didn't even say anything about that.
Huh.
It was just talking about the program, how it's raising controversy because of how much they've spent, but they didn't even go into detail. It was like a 3-paragraph article. They left it at that. Literally, what I read you.
Well, I'm going to tell you
what
something.
there is. Yeah.
They probably have lost so much money they can't afford to write anymore.
Yeah.
It could be.
I guess. Yeah.
You know, they're so broke they can't even write an article.
What about pay attention?
They can't do that either. Oh, excuse me there. I had a little bit of a cough. I had something in my throat.
Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here and stick tight. We'll be right back after these messages.
Stick tight. Somewhere they think you stick in your pants.
It's the ultimate tailgate event. Your chance to score. Big savings at Stark GM of Merrill. Last month, Stark finished 22nd in GM certified sales in the entire United States of America. So if you're looking for a GM certified pre-owned, Stark is the place. Find 30 certified pre-owned cruises starting at $9,995 or $149 a month. Choose from 14 GM certified Chevy Impalas starting at $12,988 or $196 a month. Or lease a new 2015 Chevy Cruze, just $69 a month. And Stark is your truck headquarters. And that's why you can save up to $11,000 on select 2015 crew cabs. Hurry! This ultimate tailgate event ends soon at Stark GM of Merrill at Highway 51 in Kew. Or visit us at starkmerrill.com. Plus tax and license fees. Cruise selling price $99.95, $149 a month, 0 down, 72 months, 3.49%. Impala selling price $12,988, $196 a month, 0 down, 3.84% APR, 75 months. With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10,000 miles a year, $44.50 in rebates included. Must currently lease a non-GM vehicle. While supplies last. See dealer for details. Based on August GM certified pre-owned sales in the country.
Looking for the perfect gift for your hunter? How about some hydrographic dipping? Check out Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall. They're located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. You'll find the hydrographic solution to all your needs. Let Adrenaline Hydro put a custom look on your gun stock, deer skulls, bar glasses, car and truck rims, or even put a graphic design on the entire interior of your car or truck. Come see us for a deer season special. Bring us your deer head, uncleaned, and we'll beetle clean it and dip it with your choice of over 1,000 different patterns for only $125 for the whole package. Get on down to Cedar Creek Mall and grab a gift certificate for this now before the special ends. That's Adrenaline Hydro down at the Cedar Creek Mall, located in the Biggie Outdoor Museum and Pro Shop. Every single day, people just like you are leading happier, healthier lives by working out at Snap Fitness. With 2 locations, one in Weston and one in Wausau across from Fleet Farm, the hardest part of getting into shape is just walking into gym for the first time. So don't wait any longer. Head on down to the best deal in town and the best atmosphere you'll find for getting into shape. Trained professionals at Snap Fitness make them the perfect choice over any other fitness center in the area. Snap offers fitness classes, professional trainers, and the best equipment around. Get your own personal key to a private gym. Work out anytime you want, 24/7 in a members-only environment. No need to lock into the long-term contracts of other gyms. And tell them you want the Biggie Outdoor Special to get the best deal around on your membership. Snap Fitness in Wausau and Weston.
Hey, we're back, Brandon.
We are. Hey, do you think we can make it through a whole segment without
Without what?
offending anyone?
No, definitely not. Why even try?
I was
What
just
you got
I
on
was
the
just
agenda
thinking
there?
about it. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm looking over
What?
this.
Your wife called during the break and we missed it?
Nope.
No.
We don't answer the phone when we're in here because we know we're in trouble.
Because we know better. Yeah. Yep.
So what you got there?
So I'm looking over the Outdoor News website here, and I found another article. Apparently, the nearly 30-year-old archery world record for Shiraz moose has been broken. The standing record was harvested by a guy named Richard Jones in Wyoming in 1987, and his bull went 185 6/8. And we got a guy out of Golden, Colorado. His name is Bobby Herbert, and he harvested a moose in October.
One of them beers we drink is made in Golden, Colorado.
Yeah, buddy. Yep. He harvested this moose in October, and it actually measured 8 2/8 inches longer, or higher, I should say, than the standing record. It still has to go before a panel and everything, and be officially registered in. But
What? Okay, for the person who doesn't hunt, what is that measurement referring to?
His horns.
the antlers.
They total up all the horns, the mass and the. You measure the girth and you measure the length.
Yep. And I'm sure that this
You would score like a 3.
This coming from a guy with a negative score.
Oh man. So I'm sure that this guy has got a lot longer version of his story somewhere. It's not on this site, but he's got a little bit of a kind of touches on it here. He says that they were hunting around to where he had been calling the night before when his hunting partner told him to stop, and he thought he could see a moose in the trees ahead, and slowly raised his binoculars to find out it was a bull that he had nicknamed Yukon Jack. And eventually,
Never name the animal you're going to kill.
Yeah. Well, nickname.
My question is, does he go good with lime juice?
Well,
That's Jose Cuervo, not Yukon Jack. Is it Yukon too? Or you're over there like, yeah, I gotcha.
Steak bite.
So anyway,
yeah.
so he shot it then, or did he come back in the morning?
The first shot was at 9 yards with his bow, and
Oh, geez, he got it with a bow too yet.
Yep, and he ran about 40 yards, fell over, and they found him laying down with his head behind a pine about 20 yards from him when they walked into there.
Yeah.
And they could see that he was still a little bit with it, and like you should do with an animal that big, they get up and they get ahead of steam. They can run for a long ways.
So
he knocked another arrow, and he only went another 35 yards after that, and he died. So
That's good.
That is pretty
That's
cool.
good shooting with a bow, actually.
Yep.
How do you get within 9 yards of a bull?
So not
very,
only
very carefully.
this is Pope and Young, but I think they're saying that this could be
You dress
a
up
new
like
world record altogether.
You dress
for
up like a
Shiraz moose.
female moose, and then he'll come to you.
So how come you don't go moose hunting more often?
He was.
I don't have
last
my
night.
moose costume. Yeah, I was.
You don't need a costume.
Last night I was. Yeah.
Trust me, he goes moose hunting quite a bit.
Trust me. I got an app on my phone.
Yeah, plentyofmoose.com.
They do say there's an app for that.
Oh man.
Plenty of moose.
Yeah.
All right, now with that, the DNR is kind of getting some scrutiny right now from somebody, and I got a little beef with some of this too. They're selling some land that they own, and it's along it's between Dunn and Eau Claire counties, and it's along a river.
We have a Dunn County.
Done. Yeah, they're just done. So, in 1959, the Department of Natural Resources bought this piece of land. It was 9.6 acres. And now they want to sell it. And it has this Elk Creek running right through it. It's called Elk Creek. So now everybody's complaining because they're selling land that has access to this river. It's only 9.6 acres. And they're trying to use the argument that they use that land to work on the banks of the river and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, hey, look, if there's only 9.6 acres, not much of that river runs through this anyhow.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They're looking to sell it, and they're only offering it for sale to neighboring landowners. The public, it's not. I mean, if they're going to offer it for sale, they should put it up for the public.
Yeah, but
they're only offering it to the neighboring landowners.
because it may be landlocked.
They got access to it. If the DNR owns it, there's an access to it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the stream, the river. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so because it says that this land provides public access to the lake, to the river.
Yeah, as long as you can walk down the river.
No, the land provides access to the river. You want me to repeat that again?
Yeah, one more
Keeping
time.
ownership in the parcel in the state hands has provided protection for the stream banks and public access. So that means that
There is an access.
there is a way to get to this land, and then from there you can get to the stream. And then they're going to sell it, and they're only going to... So this is another one of their stupid moves. If you got something for sale and you limit the amount of people that can buy it, you decrease its value. If the
But a lot of
purpose of
times-
selling this is to make money...
A lot of times when the DNR sells off their land, their public pieces or whatever,
Yeah.
every now and then they do that.
Yeah.
That's how they do it a lot of times, where it has to be somebody whose land is already touching it or whatever. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, but in this
No.
instance, I do.
No. It
Okay,
shouldn't be.
now think about this.
10 acres is 10 acres. Maybe I want to own 10 acres with a river running through it.
All right. Think about it from the landowners around it. Think about it from their perspective.
I know what their perspective is, but I'm talking about, okay, right now that's irrelevant. The state owns this piece of land. They want to sell it.
All right, say there's like...
I understand
you
there's
and
people
me
on each
and-
side. Yeah, we might get upset,
and
but then
Tim
we just
here.
need to bid more.
Okay, well, I mean...
It should be open to the public. If they're trying to sell it to make money, otherwise, if they don't need the money, then why sell it?
I disagree with you.
They are selling the land because the legislature has mandated that they get rid of some of their property.
Yeah, they're selling like 5,900 acres of land, 82 parcels. So they're getting rid of a lot of DNR land. There was a time that the DNR was buying everything they could get their hands on.
And if you look at actually how much land they've sold, I forget. I read this article here about a week ago or something like that. How much land that they've sold in the past however many years, they haven't sold that much. When you consider how much land the DNR actually owns around the state.
They're selling 5,900 acres right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it says this parcel is considered landlocked by the DNR.
There you go.
What county is that in?
Dunn County or something.
Yeah. See, and that's just it. Like if you got a bunch of guys that have 80-acre parcels apiece that surround this piece of land, and the reason they have access to it is because the DNR own this land and they've got an easement. It's land.
The DNR's easement is the
Hey.
river, just like you said.
Guys,
I figured that.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
There's actually more.
It's a lot of river
and it
frontage.
goes a long way. It's the
It's a
property
long
is
10.
is 10 acres long and thin, and the river runs right down through the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah, and
It's a
that's
long
their
way.
access is through the river.
Right,
Yeah.
right here's
That's
here's
what
a
I
road,
figured.
and it looks like there's a road right here
Oh, so they do have a road.
on two sides of the property.
That piece of property could be worth a lot of money.
With all that river frontage, yeah. All right, would you want somebody from Chicago?
No,
coming
it
up-
doesn't matter that I would want somebody. I understand with the landowner's point of view, but the thing is you're saying, okay, we're going to sell it, but only you two people can buy it. Sounds to me like somebody's got their hands somewhere where they shouldn't be.
Actually, there's probably
Oh.
3 people.
There's just over a mile of creek on this property. I mean, literally, because 5,280 feet
Ooh,
This is
he's on that.
5,296 feet.
Yeah. That'd be a little more, too, because the creek actually runs crooked through there. It weaves
Well,
through,
that's-
so then it gains footage.
No,
That's
what
two
it's-
bank frontage. So that means it's a little over half mile on each,
Yeah.
the length.
But because the creek winds, it gains.
They consider that. Don't.
They don't go as the crow flies.
I know.
No.
Oh, please, Wally.
Listen, if you're walking that creek, it's more than a mile because it winds. If you were a crow and you flew from one point to the other point,
They're
it's
not
a mile.
measuring that as the crow flies. They're measuring it. Oh, please. This is just
This
like,
takes us back, for those that are listening, to the argument about acreage. Guy's got 40 acres of land, and it's extremely hilly and steep, and he's got hills and swamps and all that.
I hunt 40 acres of land, but it's more like 60 because there's just hills, and I mean, with all the hills on it.
That is a true statement.
Okay, but
I forget what they call it, but it's like geographical acreage or something like that. But I'm telling you that
it's called freaking nuts.
no, it's not. It's not.
Okay,
If you take all of the
40
if you
acres
take
is 40 acres.
If you take 40 acres on a flat like this counter right here, and you measure the square foot of surface, and then you measure the square foot of surface when you got hills and mountains and valleys, you can get more acreage on a 40-acre square.
Okay. Well, either way,
It makes sense.
it's still
you think in
40
3D.
acres.
That's it. You thinking in 2D.
That's you're nuts, And a half a mile of
Uh-huh.
riverfront is still
No.
no.
So-
they're measuring it as the stream runs. They're
Well,
not
then
measuring
it's going to be well over a mile
Man.
because the property is a mile long.
No.
No, they're measuring the creek.
Oh, they did. Okay, I thought the property.
mean,
It's
I don't
two
know how-
bank
how I
frontage.
can-
So that means that the actual creek, that as it meanders through the property,
yeah.
It meanders now.
is approximately a half a mile long. So you take both sides of the bank and you add it up, you wind up with almost 5,300 feet.
There is no as the crow flies in this measurement.
Ah,
it is
They did it that
by
way.
the bank.
They did it
Okay.
big E measurement.
And besides that, this parcel, it does say that it should be subject to a requirement that the buyer convey a stream bank easement to the DNR at the time of sale.
Well, that kind of goes without saying because anywhere you're at, and wherever there's a river, the high water mark in the bank is owned by
The state.
the state. So you can fish the river and you can get out and sit down on the bank and you're not trespassing. And the neighbor can't come and shoot you unless you're down by Blader Farms in Washera County. They're a little bit picky. Yeah.
way to call them out.
On that,
Oh, wait a minute now. This is the family?
This goes back
Yeah.
to the days of me being a kid. Let's take a break on that note.
My brother Paul was a real Renaissance man, a big city ER doctor, an outdoorsman, and always the smartest person in the room. When he was killed in a deer vehicle collision, I thought it was a freak accident, but I was wrong.
Each year, deer vehicle crashes cause death, damage, and injuries. About 1 in every 100 drivers is likely to have a collision with a deer. For tips to avoid hitting a deer and the best rates in town, visit Champion Insurance in Weston. Troy Champion, your personal Erie insurance agent. A message from Troy Champion Insurance and Erie Insurance Agencies. Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street in Wausau is your downtown destination for novelty and specialty gifts. Stop in and check out Blazing Gifts for t-shirts, knives, and other specialty items, including incense, candles, and more. Blazing Gifts handles items not found in everyday stores, even custom decals made to order. Check out Blazing Gifts at 1701 North 6th Street, downtown Wausau. Big E Outdoors, located at Cedar Creek, is reopening its doors soon after its new remodeling. Home to the area's first and only big game hunting museum, with educational exhibits displaying animals from around the world and facts around the hunters' contributions to their survival. Pick up some unique souvenirs and gifts from the museum and from the Big E TV shows. Meet the pro staff from Big E TV and Big E Outdoor Radio. A great place to stop in with the whole family. And while you're there, book your next hunting trip with the Biggie Outdoors Professional Hunters. With over 21 personal hunting destinations worldwide, you'll be sure to find a quality getaway with the Biggie Outdoors destinations. Biggie Outdoors is also home to Adrenaline Hydrographic. Check us out online at BiggieOutfitters.com and register to win a free hunt. Biggie Outdoors at Cedar Creek.
So this guy came into the store recently and he said, it's my 30th anniversary and I want to get something fine for my wife. I haven't bought her jewelry in a long time and it's time. Well, of course, we agreed and we helped him find a diamond bracelet that we were quite sure would blow her socks off. Well, a few days later, he came back into Jim Creshock's and we asked him, so did she like her bracelet? He looked at us and he smiled and then he said, well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped smiling. She liked it so much that she... What? We said. Well, she liked it so much that she... And then he stopped again. And then we got it. So she's very happy, I said. And he nodded. And you're very happy, I said. And he nodded again. And I said, now that is what we're talking about. We're Jim Creshock Jewelers on Rib Mountain Drive. And nobody renders guys speechless quite like we do.
Welcome back to Big E Outdoor. Can you believe that we've almost blown through an hour already? This must be a short segment here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, see, we definitely talked a little bit longer than we should have.
We got going on something?
In at least 3 of our last 3 segments, so.
Hey, let's talk about what is coming up to hunt. If this microphone takes off me one more time, you're going to hear me go ape.
Well, see, your microphone shoots up and my chair just randomly drops me to the floor.
He turned me off. I guess you can't hear me go anything when he turns off the microphone. But what season is coming up? What is the next thing to hunt in Wisconsin?
Sasquatch.
Turkey.
Turkey. Is turkey. You know what always gets me is why are they hunting turkey now and Thanksgiving is in the fall? How are you supposed to hunt your Thanksgiving turkey?
They have one in each season.
Yeah, but I don't think it runs till November, does it?
No, they have.
Shouldn't it be that you can go out on Thanksgiving, the 2 days before Thanksgiving, and shoot you a fresh turkey? Don't you think that makes sense?
Wait, you mean I've been doing it wrong all these
years? That's the way the Pilgrims did it. Whoever heard of an Easter turkey, for Christ's sake? But whatever.
Maybe we didn't have goose at the time.
Christmas goose.
A Christmas goose for everyone.
Yeah.
An Easter turkey for everyone.
Turkey season's coming up, and they're reminding folks that motorized turkey decoys are not legal for use in Wisconsin. All right? There's a lot of things that we can't use here that other people can. Like, for instance, when you're coyote hunting, you can only shine when you're ready to kill the animal. How do you know there's anything out there to kill if you can't turn the light on?
You got to hunt on a full moon night when there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, that don't make any sense. So, I mean, it does, but it's stupid that we have that law. When anybody else for predator hunting, they can use their red lights and look for them and whatever. But
also, we can't even use our red lights in Wisconsin.
No, you can't use any light.
Speaking of which, when are we going out to the Dakotas?
Well, whenever you say you can get off.
Well, I'm ready when you're ready. You just got to let me know.
All right, you tell me when. Maybe we should take Tim. He hasn't really ever hunted anything. He likes to shoot. We just let him.
He drives a 4-wheel drive. Do you even know what that button does in that truck?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it says, that all the sporting goods catalogs and stuff. Peace to you too, brother. Oh, 2 minutes. Okay.
Oh, wow, this is a short segment.
The catalogs and stuff advertise these motorized turkey decoys and all that kind of stuff, but they're not legal here. We can have moving decoys, but they have to move.
Stationary and only like the head turns?
No, they can move, but it's got to be like wind and all that kind of stuff. The movement needs to be totally man-made or caused by the wind.
So what if you take your pet turkey?
Oh, geez, that's really illegal. If you have domestic turkeys and you take one of them on and use it for
it's
decoy,
your pet.
that
it's
is
just
highly
like,
illegal.
It's just like taking your dog hunting. You just take your pet turkey out there and have it in the blind calling for you.
Well, first of all, that would be kind of weird. I don't know anybody that's got a turkey that they can just sit there and pet it and it'll cluck for them.
Yeah, you're right. That I did.
But
it sounded a little bit liberal on my part. I apologize.
I'm starting to actually get some weird thoughts in my head about that. Sitting there, and
You're thinking about petting your turkey in the blind, aren't you?
It says that the prohibition on electronic means
I think Tim started the
that it
clock a little
cannot
early.
have a motor that causes the action of the decoy. So there. It can be 50 feet away pulling on a rope or anything like that with a pulley, and you can do all that, and as long as it moves that way, it's fine.
So if you put your pet turkey out there 50
You
feet away
cannot
on a
use-
rope.
Let's take a break. We'll come back, add a new hour on some Biggie Outdoor Radio.